for the series review when the editor goes through all the names of the players and says, right, these are the ones to analyze. And I've got that list in front of me with the series being done and dusted. The team that was expected to win won eventually, maybe not by the scoreline everybody thought, but India still won the series to get that record 9th win. But how did each person within that do? We've picked the test specialist first. Cheteshwar Pujara, 5 innings, 289 runs, a century and a half century, a near second half century, but we need to look within the numbers. Look at what happened in Kolkata. Genuinely seaming wicket, lots of bounce. India in a lot of trouble, 30 for 4, 50 for 5. Pujara ekes out of 50 and ensures that India get to 170. It was a crucial innings, so that was one thing in his favour. The second, India 7 for 1 in the 4th over in Nagpur. When he comes into bat, he strokes a century. When the going is good, everybody is scoring runs. So I'm giving Pujara 8.5. 8.5. No. He's a solid guy. 8.5 to Cheteshwar Pujara. As you'd imagine, all the batsmen will score a lot of runs because India's batsmen enjoyed themselves with just one exception. Okay then, Rohit Sharma. 3 innings, 1 century, 2 50s, which is fantastic if you're batting at number 6. Rohit Sharma couldn't have had an easier series in this. Now, you never grudge a man his luck or his opportunity, because the moment you do that, he'll show you another when he was very unlucky, got a bad decision, came into bat at a difficult time. So, Rohit was lucky, but he made the most of his luck. And why do I say he was lucky? Came in at 410 for 4, at 365 for 4, and then in a declaration attempt at 144 for 4. It's not difficult to score runs then, but what I liked about Rohit Sharma, and that is what you search for, is the decisiveness, the fluency. You want to see whether Rohit Sharma is out there and bossing the situation, and he did. And for that, I'm very happy to give Rohit Sharma 9 out of 10. Okay then, Murli Vijay. I must admit I was a little concerned about Murli Vijay because he's come off a long layoff, hadn't played a lot of cricket. I was a little concerned. I wanted to see if we'd see the same Murli Vijay that we knew. You know, with some people you see some shots and you know they're doing well. With Murli Vijay, if he's leaving the ball well, you know he's in good nick because he survives on letting the good balls go, not worrying about them, let them go. And then when he's around for the bad balls to come, then his driving is imperious. That is what I wanted to see about Murli Vijay, and we saw a lot of that. Got 3 innings, got 200s, didn't put a foot wrong, even fielded that short leg and took a blinder. I mean, how do you give someone 10 out of 10, right? Okay, that 3rd innings he got out playing a lazy off, but Murli Vijay 9 out of 10. Right, then let's look at the bowlers. No, we're not going to look at Ashwin, we're not going to look at Jadeja. A lot of you have heard everything that is to be heard about them, but let's look at the fast bowlers. And I wanted to look at the comeback person. Ishant Sharma is either on his way to a comeback or is making a comeback. You know, in the last few years I've led to see him really settled. And you see Ishant Sharma coming in and you say, come on, show me something different. He didn't need to, because Ishant Sharma's strength is running it hard, hitting the ball on a length, bowling over after over after over. And to that extent, he did largely what was asked of him. He took 8 wickets in the series. He bowled well in slightly flattish conditions, didn't get a chance to bowl when the conditions were really in his favour in Kolkata. But when it came to finishing the game on the last day, then you thought that Ishant Sharma should have done just a little bit more. You want Ishant Sharma to take 5 wickets in an innings. He's that good. He can come in and he should be blowing away certain batsmen. So he got 8 wickets. Ishant Sharma looked very good, but I just thought he should have won India the game on the last day of the series. And so 7 to Ishant Sharma, but I'm waiting to give him more in South Africa. And then the bowler who's always got me puzzled. He's got everybody in world cricket puzzled. Everybody comes to India and they say, how's Yadav? Because everybody wants to look at Umesh Yadav. He's the perfect athlete. He runs in hard. He's got a good outswinger with a new ball. He comes in and tails the ball in. But he's got 1 5-wicket haul in 36 test matches, has Umesh Yadav, and that is just not acceptable for a player of Umesh Yadav's ability. What did he do in this series? 5 wickets, but a strike rate of 60 against, well, a relatively poor batting side. That means he's only giving your wicket once every 10 overs. That's about what the spinners do. You want the fast bowlers to come and do a little bit more. And there were periods when he was not making them sort of hustle along. Got the opportunity to play in Kolkata as well. I think I'm going to give Umesh Yadav a 5. Now we've got a couple of Sri Lankans as well. And one player who's been given a lot of opportunities by Sri Lanka over the years, not quite taken them, but as a test match player, he's now establishing himself beyond his role in the Sri Lankan side. 10 centuries in 44 innings. When he gets hundreds, he gets big ones. As the captain of a rather weak Sri Lankan side, he's always battling, he's having to hold himself back. But he was magnificent in this series. He got a century, he got 250s, he looked largely chanceless, and he made 366 runs at 49. You could not have asked for more from Dinesh Chandimal. He gets 9 out of 10 for this series. And what about Angelo Matthews? The player I thought post Sangakkara, post Jayawardena would take not 1, 2, but 3, 4, 5 steps. He's that good a player. And then the entire rest of the Sri Lankan batting would bat around him because he was experienced. Remember, he's been around international cricket for 8 years. He bats up the order. He got a century, but when he wasn't getting a century, even that little half century that he got, he wasn't dominating. He wasn't telling everybody, you know what, I'm the champion batsman, come play around me. Even in that century, he got 3 or 4 lives. And so, Angelo Matthews, just because he's seeming to stagnate a little bit as a player, Angelo 6, give me more next time. Then Dilruwan Perera, fastest ever to 100 wickets in Sri Lankan cricket history. Faster even than Herath, faster than Vas, faster than the great Muralidharan. Also bats. But let's look at the numbers. Is he a batsman? Is he a bowler? Is he a top off spinner? Is he a leading off spinner? Is he a top order player? Is he a lower order player? You've got to be somebody. 5 innings, 62 runs. It included a flashy 42 batting up the order. 8 wickets at 58.62, strike rate of 80. Dilruwan Perera, on the basis of those numbers, is neither a batsman nor a bowler. He's gutsy, he comes in and bowls the difficult overs, but finally he's got to deliver. And that's why I think Dilruwan Perera gets a 4 from me. There you are, we've done it. The editor's happy. I hope you're happy as well. Send in your own report card, if you will. It's always great fun to do. Pick up a camera, find a friend to hold it in front of you, and just do the rankings. Now, if some of you are wondering where's the other ranking that you normally do right at the end, that little tail at the end for Virat Kohli, what rank do I give him? He's won another series. He got 2 double hundreds, made all those runs without once looking like a Sri Lankan bowler was troubling him. Give him the marks you want, because whatever marks you give, I mean, it's always going to be a perfect 10. We've done quite a few videos on this channel now, and I've been told that you quite enjoy them. So if you really do, why don't you like, why don't you share, why don't you leave a comment behind, and do subscribe to the channel.